All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Past District Governor Adam Hopkins from Single District 46 in Nevada and California. This is our October training session. We have one every month of the year, the last Sunday of every month at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have different topics. Tonight's topic or today's topic is new member orientation. Why do we do them? When do we do them? What do they look like? It's not an actual new member orientation, although you'll get some good information out of it. I would like to say that I'm putting on a new member orientation on November 8th that I'll be streaming, and I will send that out to you. If you'd like, you can just give me your email, or I can look up your email, send that out to you. This particular presentation will be on our YouTube channel, and then I'm putting together a comprehensive new member orientation that any club can go to our YouTube channel, click on it, and it will come up and it'll talk all about Lions. It'll be specific to a single district 46. However, you could easily change that, and I can send you the PowerPoint if you'd like. I'm also going to be sending you several booklets, so expect that to come in your email. You have to forgive me. I'm not really sure how to attach them to our chats, so I'm just going to send them out by email. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start a slideshow from our first slide. All right. Can you all see the first slide?
Mm-hmm. I can.
All right. So new member orientation. Why do we do them? When do we do them? And what does it look like when we do them? Okay. Why should we do a new member orientation? Anybody have any ideas? And I have several points here that are going to come up, but can you talk to me about why would we do them?
So more about the Lions and their motto, and become more active in the chapters.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, each club does things a little bit different, and to have a new member orientation, they can learn some of the ways that the individual clubs work also.
Okay.
It gives you enthusiasm to be a Lion.
That's right. So frequently what we do is we bring new members in, and then we just kind of let them sink or swim. It's like throwing them in the deep end of the pool. Mm-hmm. And while there is something to be said for that, not everybody responds well to that. So this gets them motivated, keeps them going. Anybody else?
Yeah, it makes them feel like we appreciate them and we want them to be part of us.
Good call. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and look at it provides a foundational understanding of how the club functions. Okay, because not every club functions the same way. We have that old saying, your club, your way. There are certain things that are a little bit different. So as an example, we, in my club, do the pledge, and then we do a moment of silence. But some clubs don't do either one. Well, they usually do the pledge, but they don't do the moment of silence. And then some, like in Babs's club, they do a song and they do any number of things that go along with a toast, things like that. So Tony, does your club do any of that stuff?
We do a little bit of everything. We pledge. We sing the Lion song, and just try and have a lot of fun.
Good. Sounds like a good time.
Adam, we also introduce our guests.
Introduce guests. That's exactly right. Yep. We tend, because our club is so unique, my club is so unique, we tend to, when we have a guest, tell them the background of our club immediately so they know what they're actually attending and why they're seeing what they're seeing. So number 2, it clarifies the new member's role. What is the role of a new member in a club? Well, sometimes that role is just to sit back and see what happens and then contribute, maybe just new ideas, right? Or maybe they have a very specific skill set that they can they can bring to bear on the club, and that would be really, really great. As an example, we have a club, and one of the presenters this year, he's a CPA. So I tapped him to do a class on 501c3s versus 501c4s. And he is a brand new member, but he's been a CPA for 30 years. In my specific club, we have our president is 27 years old. When she took over as president, she was 6 months a Lion. And she said, I want to do it. Well, we didn't want to stifle her. So anyway, clarifies the new member's role, and that varies from club to club. 3, it gives them a comprehensive view of the district and the broader association to which they belong to. I mean, this is a giant organization. It's got many, many layers. And the district is just a little bit less complicated as the broader association. Significantly increases the likelihood that a new member will feel comfortable. That's what Josh was saying. Become actively involved in the club's activities and remain committed. So I'll use my club again as an example. We load computers. And so when we have somebody that really wants to load computers, we say yes. We don't say no. We say, look, if you want to be actively involved, this is what we need, and this is what you're willing to do. Go for it. Jenny, did you have something to say? I just saw your picture come up. Any questions so far? Okay.
Yeah, we're past the first page, right? All it's showing is the page that shows orientation.
Oh my gosh, I'm on the second page.
Yeah.
It's not showing that.
Nope.
No.
No.
Interesting.
It's not
Well-
full screen either.
Well, hold on a second. Oh,
There.
we have some.
There you go.
Well, let me try that. Let me go from current slide and see if that does it. Did it do it again? Is it okay?
You don't
Yeah.
have it on the show.
That's weird because it shows it sharing. Well, let me stop sharing for a second, you guys, and let me see about this. Huh. All right. Let me try again real quick. And we are going to but now you can see it.
Well, we can see it, but it's not full screen, so the print is very small. That's better.
Let's just go from this, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, I think you got it now. Now it looks good.
Okay. A thoughtful orientation combines a meaningful induction, and boy, that varies from person to person. I have one that I do extremely fast, gets it over with, gets it done, but I think it's meaningful. At least it's meaningful to me. Coupled with an ongoing involvement in club activities. So a key element is to increase the retention. We're really trying to increase retention, and so we've already done the hard part by getting them. We've asked them to come to a meeting. We've voted on them to make them a member. But now our job is to retain them and make them feel like they're actually part of the club and serving their community. Help the new member feel welcomed and valued. Ensure new members understand the club's history, their mission, the programs and expectations of the club, and those will vary. My club has only been around for about 19 years, but Babs's club has been around for 105 years. So talk about a club's history. They have so much history that it would be very nice to have that brought out and let the new members understand what they're joining. The oldest club in the state of Nevada. Okay. It prepares the new member to contribute effectively. If they know what they've joined, they know what the expectations are, they know what the programs are, then they can sit back and say, this is how I can help, and this is how I can be an active member in the club. So please let me do that. And last, the entire process is designed to inspire new ideas. And what do we always talk about? new ideas are the key to building your Lions Club and keeping it going. So we want to embrace those new ideas. When I was district governor, I said, when someone says this is what we should try not saying no. Say, yes, we'll try that. Because maybe the last time we tried it was 20 years ago. And now it's 2025. And let's try it again and see if it's a better time to deal with this. And if it fails, well, that's okay. We'll just know that maybe we need to put that on the back burner. Engaging members improves retention, and it empowers both current and potential leaders. So that story about my club president being a 27-year-old and volunteering, stepping up, that meant something, and we embraced that. And boy, has she done a bang-up job. Any questions? Okay. When do you do a new member orientation? Well, ideally, it should take place within a month of the new member's induction. Now, I can tell you that I'm also an elk. And when I was sworn in as an elk, before I got up from the table, I had my new member induction or my new member orientation. They let no grass grow under their feet. I knew what I was joining before I got up from the table. So I'm not saying it should be that fast. I think it should be thoughtful and take place in a timely manner. But let's make sure it actually gives us what we want it to say. Okay. Prompt timing helps ensure that the members receive essential information while the experience is still fresh, because it's a big deal to join a Lions Club. When you join a Lions Club, you're joining the largest humanitarian service organization in the world, and it's a big deal. So let's make sure that they receive information quickly while they're still feeling like this is one of the best things they've done. Also, we want them to make sure that they know what's coming next. So as an example, if you were a brand new member today, we would let you know that there is a cabinet meeting happening in Reno, Nevada on November 15th. And boy, wouldn't we like you to come so you can start making friends and contacts and understanding the organization that you joined. A swift orientation supports their comfort, makes them feel better, lets them understand that they're joining a group of people that care about them. Okay. Any questions on this slide? Okay, so now that we've talked about why we would do it and when we would do it, this is an example, and I got this directly from LCI. Now, I did have to change a couple of things. It was a little outdated in a couple of areas, and I went ahead and updated it. But I can send this to you, or you can pull it off of the LCI website. But let's just go through it. So obviously, it says insert your club name here, so you can do that. I put the little picture on the lower left just to make it more fun.
One of your friends?
No, some random person on the internet. All right. New member orientations. They're broken into sections. Who the Lions are. We want them to know what they've joined, what kind of organization this is, what does it mean for the world, what do they do around the world, what club have they joined? Because when someone comes to me and they say, I think I'd like to join a Lions Club, I say, well, what are your interests? What would you like to do? When would you like to meet? Where would you like to meet? All of those things determine what club I send them to. It's not necessarily going to be my club. If they have no interest in computers, they might want to go to a different club. But if they can't meet in the morning and they can't meet at lunch, they might want to come to my club because we meet at night. What if they have kids and they don't want to drive somewhere? They just want to meet online. Well, there are a select few clubs in the Nevada, California area that meet online, and my club is one of them. So maybe that would be something we would do. We also want to talk about our district, and in the case of the multiple district, which we are not. Tony, you may or may not know this. You're a member of a multiple district, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. We are not. We are single district excuse me, 46. So our district encompasses the entire state of Nevada and 6 clubs in California. So it's a little bit different. And so I'm not really going to go into multiple districts, but each district has its own district governor. And then they have, in fact, Irving, one of the attendees today, was a council chair. And that council chair oversees all of the districts within the multiple district. But we don't have that here. So we don't have a council chair. We go straight to district governor. And that's about as high as you can go within a single district. And then they're going to learn about Lions Clubs International. Okay. And there's a lot to talk about. Lions, men and women dedicated to serving those in need. Here's another slide. Over 1.4 million members, 200 countries, more than 48,000 clubs. Do you think that that's important, that they know that that's what they've joined?
Yeah.
I do. What, for those of you that have done a new member orientation, what kind of things do you talk about when it comes to what Lions are, what they do? Or if you've attended one and you've seen it, what other things do they talk about?
Well, I mean, when I've done them and been to one, they tell me about the history of the club, and I also tell them how I felt when I actually became a Lion, not when I was inducted. But telling, people that we don't have labels, you're not Dr. Irving, you're just Irv, because we're all equal in what we do and we work with our hands.
So what you're telling me is you personalize it.
Yes.
And say, this is how it made me feel. This is when I realized that I had become a member of something bigger than myself, greater than myself.
Right. Because I belonged to Rotary for 12 years before that.
Well, and we heard over the last few years, I know that past international president Brian Sheehan would talk about, when did you actually become a Lion?
Become a Lion.
When was that? Was it the day that you were inducted, or was it something else? Was it the first day that you fed the homeless, or you gave a computer to a child, or what was that? Or you visited somebody in the hospital? Okay. You're right. I think that's great. And as soon as you can get a new member to understand that and to feel that and to be on the lookout for that, I think that lends itself to retention as well. Any other comments? Okay. So we have a vision statement. Here's a slide with the mission statement, our motto, our slogan for Lions: liberty, intelligence, our nation's safety. When I do an induction, I go through that slogan, what Lions means, and I give my interpretation of what Lions means. And I suggest that everybody come up with that themselves. And I think in a new member orientation, I think that's very valuable, because once again, like Babs was saying, you want them to make it personal. You want it to be personal. The quicker it gets in their heart from their head, because they understand. We can tell them all day long we're the world's largest humanitarian service organization. We're in 200 countries, 48,000 clubs. That's in their head. But when it goes from their head down to their heart, that's when you become a Lion. So as soon as you can get them to feel that way in any club, it's not just Lions, in anything you're doing, as soon as you can make it travel from their head to their heart, you've got somebody that's going to really stick with you and help you. I think you should, before you give an orientation, you should look up the purposes. I did, but it's a long list and I wasn't going to go through it on this one. Code of ethics. We have a code of ethics. When I visited my clubs, I brought the code of ethics with me, because I feel that we don't, well, first of all, we will ask new members to affirm that they will follow the code of ethics, and many times we don't ever show it to them. I've been to many inductions where we don't even show them the code of ethics, and yet we ask them to follow it. So I brought it to every club meeting so that I could say, read this, and at the end, when we induct you, I'm going to ask you if you will be willing to follow that. Okay. Any comments?
We got the or I got the book, and is there any way I can get it in Braille?
That's a great question. Hold on, let me write that down.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the question.
She wants to know if we can get the new member handbook in Braille. I would imagine you can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
would be a good idea.
Yep, I will check on that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay. So this is about your club. I know what, and back to that other slide that I knew none of these people. But they're handsome and beautiful. Okay, so the history of your club. Now, like I said about Babs's club, it's 105 years old. How fun will it be to put the year you were chartered on this slide? Very cool. Number of chartered members. Who sponsored your club? Now, my club started as a club branch of Reno Host Lions Club. So that's another way to do this. So significant awards or achievements that your club has participated in. Once again, letting the new member understand, helping them understand the organization that they've joined. Now, if you haven't won, if your club hasn't won any significant awards or any achievements, really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The way I feel is that the significant award and the achievement is serving your community. So if you haven't received any significant awards or achievements at this point, that's fine. Let them know what you do for your community, and that should be enough. And then here are all the, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Going back to what you just talked about, does either Lions, can we get the information on who sponsored our club and how many charter members via Lions International, or can we find it online?
I believe you can. I didn't when I was creating the one for my club, only because I had the charter president on the phone. So he was able to tell me everything I needed to know, but I'm pretty sure you can. I'd have to look it up and see. Yeah, I can let you know. Let me make a note. If anybody knows the answers to these questions,
well, I
speak
mean,
up.
we had 2 or 3 what do you call it, storage units, and we finally got somebody that wasn't scared of black widows to go into one of them, and we found our history.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, but I think it should be. I think it'll be in the portal, but I'll have to look.
It should be.
Yeah.
I found ours there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Here are the club officers: president, immediate past president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, membership chair, marketing communications chair, service chair, lion tamer, tail twister. I'm pretty sure that you all understand that some of those, some clubs have all of those. Some clubs have a few of those. So as an example, we have a president, but we really don't. We have the immediate past president only by virtue of them leaving, but we don't have it as an actual officer position. We sometimes have a vice president. We always have a secretary, treasurer, and membership, but we don't have a marketing chair. We don't have a service chair. Lion tamer is mixed in with something else, and we do have a tail twister. So all of those things are kind of fluid. Okay.
I have a question, Adam.
Yes, go ahead.
I noticed one club, they didn't have all these chairpersons or whatever, but they listed everybody that didn't have a position in their club as a director. Is that acceptable?
We've been doing it for years.
So all your members
Yeah, we have pictures of them and all their information.
But are you saying that all of the members of your
Uh-huh.
club are directors?
No.
That's what she's asking.
Yeah.
No,
I saw
sorry.
it on one of the clubs and I thought that's kind of strange. They don't have all the different chairpersons listed. They do have some, but then all the rest of the membership was listed as directors and I didn't know if that was.
Well, that's an interesting way to do it. Then you could have a board of directors meeting anytime, anywhere. I've never seen that or heard of that, but stranger things have happened. I can tell you that my club, our founding president is on the board, and he holds no position other than president emeritus.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be on the board forever. And then
we do that in our club.
do you?
The past district governors are emeritus members of the board.
Let me ask you this, Tony. We have a guy that is our consigliere. He's
What's
just
that?
an advisor, and he's on the board. So
Nothing wrong with that.
no, well, I mean, it is, but it's your club, your way, Marie. So, that seems odd to me, but I don't know why you couldn't do it. It
But
just
we
seems.
have a financial advisor listed on our board too.
Well, I knew that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So is ours.
Yeah.
This is Mona.
Yes, Mom.
When do we get the portal? I
You
don't
can
know
get
if
the portal the minute you have a membership number and you create an account. You can be on the portal.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So where do you go to do that?
Get with your secretary or your president and say, I need to get on the portal. Can you please help me set up an account?
Okay.
You
Thank
have to do it the first time. And then and if you run into any problems or they can't help you with that, you let me know. But that is a wealth of knowledge in the portal.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now here's an interesting one. List traditions. So we talked a little bit about that. Some clubs do songs and toasts and the whole thing. We have one club that they did away with all formalities. They said, if you think there's going to be formal stuff going on, there is not. We don't do that, and our club membership has risen. And so you just have to go, well, it is what it is. You have to do what you can do. Folks, hold on a second. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to go back to it. But I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Because I can't see the rest of the screen. It's all my PowerPoint. So let's see. Traditions. So what are some of the traditions besides the ones we've talked about that you do in your clubs? And they can be quirky. They can be whatever. Think about it.
Well, we have greeters.
Okay. My club doesn't have greeters. Good.
We have a
Here's a
special toast that we do at the beginning of each meeting.
What's that?
I say we have a special toast that we do at the beginning of each meeting.
Okay.
It's called Carlo's toast, and I'm not really sure who Carlo is or who he was, but we all toast together, and the toast goes like this: not above you, not below you, but with you.
Yep.
And we say not above you, not below you, beneath you, but with you in service.
Yep.
Oh, okay. We don't have the in service part, but I think it's implied at least.
Yeah.
Very nice. So different things. I have a really quirky one, and anybody that knows my club knows we're the Reno Cigar Alliance. What can we do at our meetings? Smoke cigars. It's in our constitution that we have to be able to smoke if we want to. That's a tradition. Don't you think a new member might want to know that?
I'm just glad you have other meetings.
saw Lion Judy Leslie on the call here, and her club, the Breakfasters, Las Vegas Breakfasters Lions clubs, when they do the toast, they actually get up and click each other's glasses
All the
Uh-huh.
way
after
around.
they do the toast. When they do the prayer and say the amen, they sing amen, 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 amen. Nice.
That's fun. So Tony, when we are at our cabinet meetings and our conventions, we take a roll call. And each club, now this is not a club specific necessarily, but we do our roll call. And so if your club is there, then you can say here or present or whatever. But our clubs frequently come up with fun little things to say. So I don't know if Judy is unmuted or not, but when they say Las Vegas Breakfasters, what do you guys say?
Eat more bacon.
Eat more bacon. Right? Yeah. Yerington. Yerington is the last one on the list. And they say saving the best for last.
And what does Cigar say?
Smoke them if you got them.
if you got them.
So we have fun doing those.
That's a great tradition.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. And some people that are they're just fuddy-duddies, they don't want to do that. And they go here, and we all go, okay, well.
They have no imagination.
Have fun.
Imagination. None.
What did PDG Barry Temple always say?
If you're not having fun,
you ain't doing
you're not
it right.
doing it right.
That's right.
Makes sense.
So,
we have another. The Breakfasters also has another tradition. We do a cake or a pie for a birthday month for those that have a birthday in that month.
Yeah, we do that too.
Go ahead.
We do that too.
Yeah, we're professionals. We do that too.
Do any of you give a Melvin Jones for outgoing presidents?
No, we do that for Lion of the Year.
Okay, for Lion of the Year. Okay.
That's but they should. They absolutely should.
Yeah.
Guess who the president is?
Oh, I get it. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Adam. Adam.
Yes.
We have one club that they start their meetings off traditionally with a service project.
Oh, very nice. Every meeting?
Every meeting they start off with a service project.
Actually doing a service project.
Yeah, it could be as simple as writing notes to the military members overseas, or doing something pretty simple service project.
That's fantastic. I like that. Boy, that gets people involved immediately, doesn't it? At every meeting. Because don't we all have members that sit back and let everybody else do the work? Anybody have a club like that?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. So boy, if you did something like that, boy, everybody would be involved. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I got everybody involved. Instead of having a second meeting, we have a service project.
That's what you currently do?
Yes.
Awesome.
Every month.
Awesome. Well, we meet once a week, so we meet every week of the month. Tony, how often do you guys meet?
We have a business meeting beginning of the month, and then a social meeting at the middle of the month.
So you meet twice
a month, but for different purposes.
Pretty common. Yeah. When I say we meet once a week, we do, but then once a month we have a board meeting on top of that. So we meet 5 times a month.
Wow.
Yeah, we're busy. So we have a not only do we have a board of directors meeting, but we have a finance committee meeting as well. So that's an hour. The board of directors meeting is an hour, and then the following day, because it's always on the first Monday of the month, the following day is our first regular meeting. So in 2 days we've had 3 hours worth of meetings. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
lot.
Uh,
It's a lot, but here's kind of a tradition. We stream our club meetings as well. So if you don't want to go and meet in person, you can come online.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a tradition as well, I think. Okay, let's move on. Elections. So officers are elected annually. Club presidents. Now this varies from club to club too. Club presidents appoint a nomination committee. We don't have a nomination committee. We just kind of all at the same time go, who do you think who wants to be president?
Or who goes to the bathroom?
Don't get up and go to the bathroom, or you will come back president. But the way it does happen in some clubs is the club president appoints a nomination committee. That committee selects candidates, and then you put it out 3 different times, and then the club votes in April, and the term begins in July. Now, our club seldom votes in April. We always vote in May, but our term always begins in July. Does anybody know why our term starts in July?
First of the year.
That's when International's term begins.
That's exactly right. It's the first day of the new Lions year. Correct.
They just like us to burn up in all the international parades or freeze, depending on where in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So awards. So you were going to want to talk about this. While service is its own reward, which is what I was talking about. If you don't have certain recognitions, special accomplishments, milestones should be recognized and celebrated. So you can earn things like membership keys based on how many people you sponsor, chevrons for longevity, member sponsor recognition, and extension awards. I'm not exactly sure what extension awards are, but it's probably having to do with other clubs, helping other clubs.
And you don't have to buy any of those. I have tons.
Right. Yeah. List the service projects your club is involved in. So I'll tell you what mine is real quick, and then I want to find out what other people do. So, service project, we give out computers to kids. We've given out about 9,000 of them. We do it once a month, and we give away about anywhere between 25 and 40 computers once a month. And then we have an e-waste program where we pick up e-waste around the community and recycle it. We recycled 10 tons of e-waste in Lions year 24-25. And that is also a fundraising activity because they pay us by the pound. So who else has some service or fundraising activities you want to talk about? Don't list them all necessarily, but because I know some of you guys are really busy. But give me one or two.
Really weird one.
What's
We just finished I'll call it an environmental project with Governor Paul. We went to the Lions Habitat and made newspaper toys for birds.
Really? Nice. Nice. Those birds must be so happy.
They have a lot of fun with them.
Nice.
And that
What
is
else?
a place that you want to visit when you go down to Vegas. It's
Nice.
awesome.
That sounds fun.
Where is it?
It's off of Bruner Avenue by the M Hotel.
Okay.
Very cool. What else, guys?
This is Mona again. Our chapter or our club does glasses, and they take them to different countries.
Yep. Nice. What else?
We have a golf tournament, and the majority of that money goes to kids to get glasses, and it helps to go to San Francisco to get eye surgeries.
Nice.
We do the Festival of Trees every year, which is we invite families and businesses to donate a tree, and then we auction them off. We have Santa Claus there, and played Christmas music, and they just started doing a tree lighting for the city right to start our program off.
Beautiful. Tony, what do you guys do?
Every year we support the Lions Burn Center.
Yep.
And have for years with fundraising every single year. And of course, I've got to plug it now for March 7th of next year. Right in the middle of it, last year we were able to give them $10,000.
Nice.
Well, in Delaware, Delaware is a coastal state. So we have a big push in September for coastal cleanup. So we combine several different clubs throughout the state, go on the coast and help clean up as part of the state project.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. You know, Marie just said that they support the Lions Burn Center. We have a burn center sponsored by Lions Clubs. It's at
UMC.
UMC, University Medical Center in Las Vegas. And it is so cool to drive down the street and look up at that hospital and see a giant Lions logo. Just beautiful. And then to go through that unit is just amazing. So let's move on here. Okay. Membership. Benefits of Lions Club membership are numerous. And so you're going to want to talk about these things. Being part of a global community, that you get support and tools to enhance service, leadership development opportunities. If you have not taken classes through Lions International, I'm telling you, they're some of the best out there. I've been to 1,000 classes, not through Lions. And so I based my leadership classes on what I had taken previously. And I'm telling you, they rivaled them. They just do a very good job. Satisfaction and joy of helping those in need, networking, friendship and fellowship with people that are like-minded, and respect and credibility of being a Lion. So do we know any people that were Lions that are very famous?
Yes.
Who's a famous
Jimmy
Lion?
Carter.
Jimmy
President
Carter's
Carter.
one. Who else? Anybody?
Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford. Yep. So 2 presidents. And the list goes on and on. It really does. What's that?
I said I'm famous.
Who?
I said I'm famous.
Oh, I know you are. I know you are. Infamous, maybe.
Yes. There's
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then you're going to want to tell them when their meetings are, where their meetings are, or where your meetings are. Now, we meet, like I told you, we meet online. We meet at a cigar shop, and then we meet at a restaurant all at the same time. Because not everybody wants to smoke, and not everybody can leave their house. So we hit everybody, and we went from, probably 7 or 8 people at a meeting. We're getting 19 and 20 at a meeting, every meeting now. And I'm telling you, we've made some good decisions in our club when it comes to that. What are the dues? So your club dues are going to vary based on club. District or multiple district dues are going to vary. Ours in SD 46 are $22 a year per member for the district. International dues is $48. So our dues is $70 total per year per member, unless you are a family unit, in which case we don't charge. Well, for district international that won't change, but the club dues change. But district and international dues are $48. I mean, $70. I'm sorry. Any question? Was there a question on that?
No, I just like your new idea.
Gotcha. So that new idea.
I'm sorry.
What's that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Our district has we produce a roster book, which has a roster of all the clubs, and it actually posts all the different due structure from the international to the multiple district to the districts, and and we use that in our orientation.
Good.
It helps out and it's something that all of our members kind of can carry around with them if they have a question on that.
We do the same thing. We don't necessarily put the dues in there, although we could. But we carry that around as well. Yeah. Do you put it online as well?
I'm sorry?
Is it digital as well?
I believe it is this year.
Yeah. We put it on our website, and we also give every club a digital version on a thumb drive. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. You would want to explain, and this is kind of a hard one to understand sometimes, but they should have two bank accounts, an activities budget and an administrative budget. Activities being those monies that come directly or that come from the community that need to go back to the community. So as an example, if they are selling tickets to a raffle and you sell to only Lions can buy these tickets. That money can go into the administrative budget. But if you sell tickets to the public, it needs all that money needs to go into the activities budget so it can go back to the community and not go for things like dues or paying, having a party at the end of the year or something like that. The administrative budget is going to also include your dues monies that come through.
This is Mona again.
Yes, Mona.
I love to do I guess fundraisers.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to get together like a chili cook-off with this Lion Steven. And would the money from that, which account would that go in?
Well, you would probably you say it's a chili cook-off?
Yeah.
Well, if you were selling tickets to the general public and not Lions, even if they're included in it, you sell them to both. If there's the direction is that if you sell any of those tickets to the general public, it should go into your activities budget.
Okay.
Now,
just curious.
That doesn't mean that you can't use that money that comes in to offset the cost of producing the event. So if you had to buy rent tables or space, it could come out of that because it's all part of that thing that you gave back to the community. But administrative budgets are for things that are that come directly from Lions, like dues or selling only to Lions. Somebody else have something?
I'm just going to follow up on that. And you should have an audit of your books every single year.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And a new member might want to know that. I know we had a new member that was going to be our treasurer, and he says, before I take over, I want an audit. I thought that was smart. How do we communicate? So list all forms of club communication, including newsletters, emails, Facebook. My club, we use this was in the news here not too long ago. The federal government uses a program called Signal. Well, it is a very secure form of communication, and my club is very big on security. So we have a Signal account as well. But we use email and phones. We don't have a newsletter. We do have Facebook, but we don't really do a good job of keeping that up. And the website's about the same. So, but we're working on a new website. How about others?
Texting.
Okay. Yep, we do that. How about WhatsApp?
I hate WhatsApp.
It's being used extensively around the country.
Sorry, I use it. I use it all the time just to talk to my kid.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. We use, I communicate with a friend of mine, a Lion in Australia, on WhatsApp. Yep.
Well, the reason I don't like WhatsApp is when I was on it, I had like over 2,700 like other people asking me to join, and it was like,
Oh, well,
so
yeah, that's got to be frustrating. But I don't know how you get away from that. I mean, there may be some sort of filter setting or something, but I don't use it enough to know to give you any advice on how to use that one. So, okay. They're going to want to know about the district that they belong to or the multiple district. They need to understand the organizational structure, that we have about 750 districts, 35 or more clubs, at least 1,250 members in each district, and that each district has a district governor. Now, they're going to know that easily in our district, but they may not understand the multiple districts. You have to explain that to them. And that would be formed by 2 or more districts within a territory. So, as an example, California, they have 17,000 lions. And I'm not sure now how many districts they have, but they did away with a few. They just redistricted, but it's huge. Okay. District leadership. So we have all of these. I had to change the slide a little bit because we have region chairs. Not every district has region chairs, but we do. And zone chairs. We don't have the Council of Governors, but I left that in. That would be if you were a multiple district. Okay, because they have a council of all of the governors from each district that get together. It's called the Council of Governors, and the council chair runs that. And then we have a global action team, and that's everybody from the district governor to membership, leadership, service, and extension team coordinators or chairs. And extension is a brand new one. Not everyone has one. And extension is the one that looks for new clubs and new locations for clubs. Okay. Membership just dovetails onto that. Any questions? Okay. You're going to want to talk about district conventions. They develop fellowship. We do business at those. We do those at cabinet meetings as well. And that's where at the convention, we're going to elect district governor and other officers. And we don't do, well, we could, but we haven't in the past done seminars at those. We do them at our cabinet meetings. Tony, do you guys, how many cabinet meetings do you guys have? And when is your convention?
Our convention is usually in April, May timeframe.
Okay.
We have 4 cabinet meetings, and then in the multiple district, each district has a social, and the day after the social, the Council of Governors meets.
Yeah. So you see, it's different than District 46.
Yeah.
It sounds completely different, and we just don't. Those Lions who came from like Irving and Babs, and I'm sure there are others on this call that were from other districts. I'm sure it's more familiar to you. I've been to the Council of Governors meetings. I've been to some training through them, but we have 3 cabinet meetings, a summer, a winter, or summer, fall, winter, and then our convention, and that's now in about April timeframe as well. Go ahead.
I've just a note. Doesn't the LCI have a ruling in that we have to have our convention 90 days prior to LCI's convention?
No. What you're talking about is in order to have a candidate for international director.
Oh, okay.
That endorsement has to be to them outside of 60 days or within 60 days of the start of the international convention.
Okay.
Right. So if you don't have one, you don't plan on having one, it can be less than that. But if you do have one or you ever plan on having one, it's got to be outside of that. So we have ours greater than 60 days, 67 days, 70 days, something like that. And what that allows for is that, because that's where that endorsement happens.
Okay.
So that gives the cabinet secretary time to fill out the document and send it to them and make sure it gets there in time.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Great question. How do districts and multiple districts communicate? Not going to be a whole lot different than what we do now. Tony did say that they have a directory, as do we. We have a couple of Facebook pages. I use those extensively for this training stuff, as well as other things. Any other ways we communicate that we haven't discussed? Okay. So Lions International. So you're going to want to talk about the parent club, or the parent organization, Lions International. And here's a list of some very notable dates. So I'll just go through them. 1917 is when we were founded. 1920, we have a club in Canada. We become international. In 25, Helen Keller challenged us to be Knights of the Blind. 1945, LCI helped draft the United Nations Charter. 1957, we have our first Leo's Club, which is just amazing to me. That's awesome. 1968, LCIF was formed. LCI was the first service organization to admit women as members in 1987. Now, I brought this up as a trivia question before. When I say when were women first allowed into Lions, everybody says 1987. What year did we actually have a female Lion?
1917.
1917. She was from Texas. And in 1919, they decided that they didn't want to allow women. So she had to quit. And then formally, 1987. 1990, Sight First was launched. And today, we are in 200 countries and geographic areas, and we're closing in on 1.5 million. That's what we're hoping for. So you're going to want to see that so that they can understand that we've joined something that is bigger than ourselves. What is the official name? The International Association of Lions Clubs, or simply now Lions International, was chosen by secret ballot. Lions stands for Liberty, Intelligence, Our Nation's Safety. The L, surrounded by a blue field and a gold ring. The lion to the right is looking to the future. The lion on the left is looking to our past, our proud past. International officers implement policies or organizational structure. They need to know that we have it's just like our clubs. First, our president, first, second, third vice, immediate past, who also serves as our LCIF chair. International Board of Directors is the governing body of the association, and we have 35 of those worldwide. International constitutional bylaws govern our operations, and that's what the Board of Directors deal with and change and put proposals in for, as well as about probably 30 different committees. International conventions. And I can't see you folks because I've just got my PowerPoint, but how many of you, for your benefit, if you can see each other, how many of you have been to an international Lions Club convention? Is it awesome or what? My goodness. It depends on where you went too, but I've been to the one in Boston. It was wonderful. I've been to one in Orlando. I know that Babs has been to one in Australia. People have been all over.
Orlando.
Where is it? What's that?
Orlando was fun.
It was fun. Where is next year's international convention?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. How about the next one? Do we know?
Yes.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. What about the next one?
Singapore.
Singapore. What about the next one?
Was it Tennessee?
No,
Oh.
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Sorry.
Minneapolis. So good. You've earned an A for this class. Forget about the fact that I was just at your club and told you that, but that's
Over that like 3 days ago.
It's very fun. If any of you get a chance to go, and if we can get our new members to go, it's awesome. International headquarters located in Oak Brook. If you haven't been to this place, it's amazing. Let's see, 275 staff members, 11 divisions. It lists all the divisions: convention, district club administration, finance, IT, leadership, legal. Man, let me tell you, I used legal like crazy. Lions Club International Foundation, marketing, membership, member operations and support, and service activities.
Just don't want any of their information during convention.
Yeah, because you won't get anybody there. Everybody's busy. Important facts about LCIF, founded in 1968, provide grants for large-scale humanitarian projects. They rely on donations. And this is the one that gets me. They've given out $1.3 billion in grants awarded to date. That is a giant number. And we should be very, very proud of that. And District 46 is just doing a bang-up job. Last year, we donated well over what our goal was, and our goal is even more this year. So, any questions about LCIF? What they given in 50 plus years, they have had of impact 120 million in disaster relief, 16 million children served by Lions Quest, 9.1 million cataract surgeries, and millions of children have been vaccinated against measles. Leadership, LCI provides training. So we have, and this year I am the global leadership chair for the district. So if you want to go to Emerging Lions Leadership, what's called ELLI, I think they're doing away with.
Yeah, they did.
Faculty Development, FDI, Regional Lions Leadership Institute, RLLI. If you become a district governor, you're going to go to district governor-elect seminars. Multiple district leadership development funding. We don't deal with that. GLT District Fund Support Program. Not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to look into that. They have webinars. They have the Learning Center, Certified Instructor Program. They have Lions University as part of Lions Learning Center. You can get your bachelor's and your master's and your doctorate, it's just a great program. Service activities. We have 8 global causes and 4 specialty initiatives. What's that?
I said report your hours.
Report your hours when you do these things. Any service activities, make sure you're reporting and let your new members know that once they get in, they can report their own if they want to. But our global service causes: diabetes, vision, hunger, environment, childhood cancer, disaster relief, and humanitarian youth projects. We have special initiatives, new ones: mental health and well-being, recovery for disaster victims, humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, and Sight for Kids. You can be a member of a Lions Club as a family member, a student member. You can be a Leo Lion. We just did one of those in Winnemucca the other day. We have a Lions Worldwide Induction Day. We celebrate that down in Vegas every year. I actually sang at one of those and did a horrible job. You remember that? I can't seem to forget it. Anyway, we have Leo's clubs and we have club branches like my club was. They have traditional clubs. They have campus clubs, Leo's clubs, Lioness clubs, specialty Lions clubs.
No, we do not have Lioness. No more.
Well, they may not start anymore, but I've seen some Lioness clubs. Now, whether or not they're actually called Lioness clubs, I have no idea. But I understand what you're saying. I don't think they're starting anymore.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Communications. We have Lions Magazine, which is wonderful. We have email that we get constantly, keeping us informed. We have a website, lionsclubs.org. Look that up. It's a great resource. Social networking. We have Facebook, but we have Facebook groups for just about everything. And let me real quick plug the Global Lions Forum, because when I ask around, I have a question. I ask around, before I call LCI, I pose the question on the Global Lions Forum. And let me tell you, you get a quick answer. They have Twitter and they have YouTube. And folks, how did we do on time? Oh my gosh, we went over. I'm so sorry. That is what, let me get out of this. That is what a new member orientation should look like, can look like, doesn't have to look exactly like that, but this is produced by LCI. So if you want something, go in and look it up, look for it. You're going to find something that's going to help you with this. Now, I have everybody's email. I told you I was going to send you some booklets. I'm gonna check on the Braille issue. I'm gonna check on chartering information that you can find out in the portal, and then I'm gonna make sure that each and every one of you gets credit for this time as training, including you, Tony. I will go into the Lions portal and record this training time for you. Okay.
Now, as far as, can I just make a comment about the Braille? We had a district governor the same year as me from California, and none of the manuals were in Braille.
Okay.
And he really went and started to have them start doing things in Braille, because he was having a heck of a time going through the DG elect training, because he'd have to listen, but he'd want to go back and didn't know how far to go back. And
right.
I mean, he did good. He was a great.
Well, the way I can't even imagine that they don't have it in Braille.
That's what we said.
If we don't, that is a misstep.
A giant boo-boo.
Adam, just want to make sure that even though we're on Chrissy's Zoom both on there, can you email me the
Oh, okay, gotcha.
manual too, please?
I got to make sure I write you guys down. There you are, Chrissy, Josh. I didn't have your name on there.
Yeah, we always log in together, but I think I overlooked a little bit when we do that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, folks,
Adam, do you have Tony's email?
I don't have Tony's email. Tony, can you give me your? Thank you, Irving. Can you give me your email address, Tony?
Sure. It's tleesports@gmail.com.
Sports@gmail. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, this is awesome.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, spread the word. The last Sunday of the month at 3:00, and the next one's going to be an awesome one. We really highly recommend that people from all over the country come to this one. But we would love to have more people from Delaware there. So anyway, folks, if you don't have any other questions or comments or concerns, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And we will move on from there. Anything?
All right.
I hope to see y'all in Reno.
I just want to thank everybody.
Thank you, PDG Adam.
Y'all,
everybody.
Y'all did a great job. Thank you for listening to me, talk so much, and I really appreciate all of it. Dick, thank you so much. Marie, Jenny, Mona, Irving, Chrissy, everybody.
Josh.
All right.
Josh. Oh, don't forget. Sweetheart.
See what I mean, Adam?
You too, Babs. Oh, you know I can't forget you. Jeez.
I'll call you and haunt you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. You take care.
Bye, guys. I'm driving, but
Bye-bye.
I'm listening, enjoying it.